Hello and welcome back to my channel. I know you missed me, I missed you too. Yes, I'm wearing the same thing that I've most likely been wearing in the last few videos because who's batch filming hopefully 8 videos today? This gal. It is I. Anyways, I have a question for you. What is worse than boomers on the internet? Not much, I know. Listen, if you are of a certain age, if you are in that generation and you're a subscriber of mine, you're different, baby. It's okay. It's okay. That doesn't apply to everybody. It's like when we call someone a Karen, you know? It doesn't involve everyone whose name is Karen. It also doesn't mean every white woman of a certain age. You gotta have a little flair to be a Karen, and that flair is usually racism. Either way though, don't get your feelings hurt. It's okay. You're gonna be fine. So what's worse than boomers on the internet? Again, not much, but boomers in network marketing. You know who is just the worst? One of the worst, resembles a certain hardworking corporate baby, a certain boss baby, Eric Worre. Who's worse than him? Probably the woman who decided to marry him. So we haven't ever talked about Marina. Is that her name? Guess what? I don't care and I'm not gonna look it up. And I know some people are gonna be like, Chelsea, it's respectful to... No, I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Marina Marine War. That'd be a tough name. Marine War? That'd be like naming your kid Army Battle. Who would do that? It's better than Braxton Lee, okay? Anyways, she does part of the conference, part of the GoPro. She takes part of it over, whatever. She's involved in one of these stages, conferences, BS things that no one in the real world cares about, except for people in network marketing, and they use it to flex and all that. So one of you, a very kind soul, sent me over some quite cringe clip from the most successful people in network marketing, the most successful women in business. It's just not. Let's just stick with that. It's just not. You know what I mean. If I have to see it, you do too. Those are the rules. I don't make them up. I'm just a lady with a camera and a bulldog and too many opinions. That's just me, okay? I don't make the rules. Quick little disclaimer time. I don't know any of them. I don't know who they are. I don't know their names. I don't care to. I don't need to. Knowing anything about their personal life, if they're a great person, if they're a horrible person, if they are committing tax fraud, if they've murdered people, if they adopt at-risk Somalian babies, I don't know and I don't care. They could be great. They could be horrible. Who knows? They're just an example of the crappy behavior and nonsensical BS that is spouted in this industry, and that's it. But I wish them the best. Let's continue.
All of his candor and all of his messiness and all of his transparency, they need you not to protect your ego. They need you not to protect your image. They need you not to wonder what will they think about me if I told them who I really am. They need to know. And you'll have that opportunity. And when you do it over and over and over and over and over again, people will choose you and then you'll monetize it. The money will come. Do the right thing long enough and the money will come. Don't do the money, do the right thing.
Wait a minute. Do the right thing for long enough and the money will come. Wouldn't not scamming people be the right thing? Wouldn't not being in network marketing be the right thing? My oven is singing to me right now, and that means that my Totino's party pizza is ready, and that's none of your business. You know what? We might watch this entire thing because we're about to have a pizza party. So grab pizza, grab a drink, let's do it. You know what? Before we get too crazy into this, let's hear a word from today's sponsor while I go grab my pizza. You know what's funny is I really don't even have to do anything other than just repeat what they say to make it clear that what they're saying makes no sense. And that's one of my favorite things ever.
Pressure creates diamonds. Don't be a cubic zirconian. Be a diamond. Cubic zirconians break under pressure. Diamonds are created under pressure. You were built for this. You were built for this. And so today is a day, and tomorrow is a day, and Sunday's a day where you get to make some critical decisions. You get to decide, am I leaving this place with a whole new commitment?
She just starts naming all the days of the week. Monday's a day, Tuesday's a day, Wednesday's a day, Thursday's a day, Friday is a day. And then you have the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Those are all days. Thanks, girl. Appreciate it. So recruiting people, is that what you see as the right thing? It sounds like that's what she's saying.
Am I leaving this place committed to a strategy? Am I leaving this place the way I came, or am I leaving this place the way I'm becoming? And what's the gap? What's between me now and who I see myself to be? What's the gap? Because I'm going to live and take up real estate in the gap. I'll always live in my gap.
Did y'all just see who she's speaking to? Because they make it seem, when it's like just shows them on stage, they make it seem, when they show like pictures or video or whatever of this event, like someone speaking on stage, basically whenever I've seen Jessie Lee Ward on this stage, I've always assumed there's like hundreds of people in the audience. That's not what I thought it looked like. Also, all those people look so uninterested. So I guess when they say like, oh, they call it like the world stage or like the biggest stage in network marketing or blah, 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 they like list this number. I guess what it is the like attendance through like Zoom. That's not that impressive. Smoke and mirrors, baby. I've been bamboozled.
Sometimes when they're introducing me, I just cover my ears because I can get caught up in my bio. I'm committed to my gap. Then I'm always becoming. And so I ask you, what's all at stake? Why is this so non-negotiable? Why must you be non-negotiable? What's at stake? Put something on the table. What's at stake? I was afraid to be seen because I was 224 pounds for 19 years. When I was on Oprah, I wore all brown. Brown hair, brown shirt, brown pants. It was pretty obvious I was trying to blend into the backdrop. I was still afraid to be seen on Oprah.
I'm going to need more context on that because what are you talking about? You were on Oprah. The person on who's recording this just hovered over like how many attendants there are. There's less than 400 attendants. And don't get me wrong, that's a lot of people watching you. And I think it's important to have like visual aids with that. You can Google like, what does 100,000 people look like? What does, 200,000 people look like? 50,000, 20,000, things like that, right? And I think that's really important to be able to visualize it and be like, that's not a small number. That's a lot of people. Like, that's a lot of people. You should be proud of that. So yeah, almost 400 people. Yes, be proud of that. But this is just a glorified Zoom call. They act like it's a TED Talk or like they're giving like the State of the Union speech or I don't know. I don't really know any other like important speeches.
I only wanted you to know my intellect. But I didn't want you to see my body. When will you let yourself completely be seen? And what does it take for you to completely show up? What does it take? And then who's going to benefit when you do? What little black girl is looking for inspiration in a white man? What little Latin boy is looking for inspiration in a white woman? What little white girl is looking for inspiration in a Latino man? Like, you don't know. You don't just belong. You don't just belong to your language. You belong to humanity. Humanity. Humanity's praying to find you. Because when you bring hope across cultural lines, you bring hope across geographical lines, now you're serving the planet. Don't just bring hope in your house.
This is the most disjointed speech. It's crazy how like they sound good because of their cadence. All of this is all about cadence. That's all it is. And if you don't know what that is, it's like the fluctuation of your voice, the emphasis that you're putting on a syllable, the emphasis that you're putting on certain syllables, on certain words when you're pausing, the power of public speaking, basically. But there's not any value in this. Like, what are you talking about? This is all hype up BS. Like, nonsensical, giving hope across geographical lines? Ma'am, what? Y'all are in pyramid schemes. You're not about giving hope. Pinterest personified like one-liners. These speeches are straight up made by AI and they just have like a candy bag of alts like in most sitcoms. Just like, okay, say this one now. Okay, say this one now. Now this one. Now this one-liner. This one doesn't make sense. Doesn't matter. Say it.
To stop wondering, how can I do this and protect myself? What are you protecting yourself from? Because let me tell you, the thing that will eat you up is your memories. Your memories of you not doing it. Hello. You can't escape those. You can't outrun those. First time on stage, I'm going to say this. I'm looking for tissue. Oh, I got some in my pocket. Thank you. My father is my best friend. I'm a daddy's girl. Beyond. And my dad always told me, baby girl, Don't worry about if you will always fly when you take the leap. Trust that you'll always get up. Don't focus on what's going to make sure it works. Focus on your assurance that you know how to get up if it fails. I didn't understand what he meant by that.
Not the sentimental music. I just had to make sure that my home robot with a female name, I will not say her name because I will not set off everyone else's home robots. I just had to make sure that she wasn't playing my This Is Chopin playlist because I literally could not believe that they are playing this sentimental tearjerker music. Also, what is that saying? Like, hold on. I have to get tissues because I'm going to cry about this. Sure you are. Don't worry if you don't fly when you leap. Just fall to your death, basically. And then just get up, you know? How about before we do that, before we try the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, we look at statistics, we look at numbers, and we look at facts and see if what we're doing actually has a chance of working and is like actually a good idea. Let's do that. Let's go into something being prepared and set up for success. But no, hopes and dreams and sparkles and unicorns and money and violin music, baby. Give me them tissues. No pressure, no diamonds. You can't deposit excuses.
He said you will always bounce back because it's in your blood. You were built to bounce back. So go run, fly. Go run, fall, and then get back up. And go run and do it again. My daddy made me believe that I was invincible in all my imperfections. He made me believe that I can come back and try it again and again and again 1,000 times. He just made me believe. So I kept running, and I kept flying, and I kept falling.
And I kept failing over and over again because I'm in network marketing. What is this Dances with Wolves sentimental music? When I hear this music, I'm just looking over the pasture and just seeing all those buffalo/bison. I don't remember what kind of animal it was. And, you know, just so sad, so emotional. Also, these comments, glorious. Thank you. Thank you to whoever sent this to me, but also thank you for having up not only the chat, but then the people up top, because like there's someone on a subway, there's a lady like yelling at someone. There's usually someone cooking dinner. Someone's asleep usually. Just real quality, real quality. So is this all GoPro is? It's just motivational BS from like top people?
See, I'm not a fast learner. I call myself a thorough learner. So there was a lot of failure and a lot of rejection to get to this woman. I got fired from 5 jobs in my 20s. I thought it was normal until I started telling the story. 18 months ago, my beautiful, beautiful, wonderful Superman of a dad who taught me how to cha-cha on the top of his feet. I'd stand on his feet and he'd cha-cha, and that's how I learned how to.
She's about to say that her dad passed away and I'm about to cry. I can't handle that. So we're gonna fast forward through that part because you ain't getting me, lady. You ain't getting me with your sob story, okay? It's Totino's Pizza Party. Party pizza? Yeah, this Totino's Party Pizza is getting me though, I'll tell you what. Let me say this. Y'all know I've always been a bit, and actually Tony and I talked about this last night with his cousin, because we were talking about like careers and professional history. We had like crazy great conversations at dinner last night. Imagine that, not having to work at dinner and actually, you know, creating relationships and being normal. Who would have thought?
It's so fun to watch. I'm watching back in the screens, you know, there's all kinds of emotion going on up on the screens, people. And it's fun when you're like, you're not watching a YouTube video, you know, you're part of the conversation, you know, so people are really leaning in, which is great. I will tell you, one of the ways that I feel like we learn best is when we flip between emotional and tactical. Okay, we shake off the emotion. All right. Show me how to go do something. And then we go back to the emotional. Then we go back to the tactical. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And
pause real quick. This girl up here, Giselle, girl, is she okay? She's rocking back and forth going like this. Also, I love the color of the room that she's in. I don't know if that's a green screen. Kind of looks like a green screen, but that's a really pretty green room you got there. It's supposed to be motivational. You don't gotta cry. I mean, I cry about everything, but like, oh, I hope she's okay. This is spooky.
And if you've watched any of the stuff that I've done over the years, you see I try and blend, you know? And something for you to think about too, if you're trying to teach your teams, is give them some emotion, then, okay, take a breath, here's some tactical. How to? They go, oh, thanks God. Whew. 5 steps to this and 3 steps to that and 7 ways to do this and 7 strategies or whatever it happens to be. Fantastic. Then back to the emotional, because you need it. That's what locks it in, right? So we're going to pivot into some tactical in our last short session before we take our lunch break. Isn't it kind of wild? We're just in session 1? Pretty good, huh?
So we just had the emotional part because that really locks people in and manipulates them. I mean, at least he's honest about it. So that's good for him. But like, it's just so cringe. Like you don't need to do that. I can't wait to see what the tactical part is though, because usually the tactical is such nonsensical BS as well. And it's just like just recruit. That's it.
So how many of you believe that social media is important in today's marketing strategy? If you don't believe that, I want to...
The most bland question, the most obvious, open-ended, clear question. Yeah. Who is that? Why are you on my screen? You look shocked that you're there, honestly. You look spooked too.
Encourage you to change your beliefs. All of us have the ability to be a media company today. All of us have the ability to reach people around the world from our homes. All of us have to improve our skills when it comes to this strategy. And the next speaker we're going to bring up is a person that used social media specifically to create a recruiting machine. I'll let her tell her story, but in just 2 years grew a team of 60,000 people using social media strategies.
If it ain't Jesse Lee Ward, I don't want it. Get our best friend, Jesse Lee Ward, up there.
Now, if that would be something that would be valuable for you, I would recommend that you take some notes. So please do me a favor and welcome out Marina Simone.
Marina, 2010 called. It wants its outfit back. Listen, Marina's spicy. You can tell by that intro pic. That intro pic that she with that. Come on, with that. What is that? Leopard print? Not even cheetah print. I'm probably wrong, but you know she's spicy. Hey, if you can pull it off, go for it. I can only pull it off when I have a tan. But like, get it, girl. Do y'all see her shoes too? My girl's killing it. And wow. Get it, girl. Get it. Oh, I remember I used to wear those. I used to wear shit like that in the club, okay? Yeah, not anymore.
We have a revolution with the most powerful women in network marketing, and I am so honored and grateful to be here. And I just have to tell you, I'm going to be borrowing Marina Worry and Lisa Nichols' confidence while I'm on this stage because I am nervous as heck. Okay, but I promise I won't puke. We're gonna keep that to myself. I decided not to wear the jacket, going through a little menopause, sweating, don't wanna sweat any more than you have to see. And then I'm gonna try to deliver some good stuff by giving you all the weird stories at the same time, so just bear with me here. But I remember in 2015 being at my very first GoPro event, and I literally, when I tell you that I emptied my savings account just to be in the VIP section. Because back in the day, you'll see a picture, I didn't like hanging out with the general population in the clubs. I always had to be VIP. And so I emptied my savings account. And I'll never forget seeing the powerful women and men on that stage and saying, one day I'm gonna be there.
This is interesting. If you are an actual VIP, you are not paying to be there. VIP is, mama, no, it's not actually VIP. Like, I already have so much to say. First of all, love the like menopause comment she made. Like, that's funny. That's relatable. Like, you got us already. Like, cute. But this is not it. There's so much in what she just said that a few years ago, she emptied out her savings to be in the VIP section of one of these events. There's so much wrong with that. Yeah, you're not a VIP if you gotta pay to be in VIP. If you gotta pay to be a VIP, you're not a VIP. You're telling me that this woman is a social media machine and like she's the social media boss that you have on here? 52,000 followers. And her most recent post has 2 comments. It was posted 2 days ago and has 35 likes. You know what? Maybe it's the algorithm suppressing her. Maybe. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's go to her reels. Tell me you bought your followers without telling me you bought your followers. Like, this is awful. She doesn't have any reels with, none of her reels have hit over 10,000. And I'm scrolling. Okay, so this one, that one did. And that was from like Super Bowl time. So one of them in the last 6 months. Yikes. For comparison, why don't we go to this loser's page? 32,000 or 33,000 followers. And my most recent reel has over 4,000 likes and how many views? 34,000 views? Goddamn. 34.7 thousand views. And then, I mean, listen, there's some that like are misses. Not misses, but, you know, don't get that many. I mean, this next one's 6,000, almost 10,000, 28,000, 19,000, 24, 16, 7, 9. But I have 33,000 followers. I've never purchased followers, never will. That is such a waste and completely useless because fake followers don't like your stuff. And my last picture has almost 4,000 likes. That's only because Tony's in it because y'all are little hussies and always want to see him. If I have Wiggum or Tony in a picture, y'all are obsessed. If it's just me, without me showing my boobs, you don't care. It's okay. I see what's important to you. So I just find that really interesting.
Seeing the powerful women and men on that stage and saying, one day I'm gonna be there. And then I doubted and doubted and doubted, and I'm finally here. So it is possible. So when you think about social media, I know you probably want like these crazy scripts and you want like, I want that secret hack. I'm not that girl. I'm gonna talk to you about your confidence.
I'm not that girl because I don't know what I'm doing, clearly, because I have a bunch of bot followers who don't engage with my content because they're not real people. And I'm not going to do that because I can't, because I'm not successful on social media. What she's done is she's basically, I don't want to say she's copied Jessie Lee Ward, but it's like that same type of content where I'll show you an example. Let's see here. It's like her on a Zoom call with a microphone. She's probably not even on a Zoom call. They love to just have a Shure mic in front of them and then make it sound like they're saying something important. You're wasting your money on a microphone you're not even using.
I want to give you 3 quick things that I love to do every time I get a new follower that helps me build that like, know, and trust factor faster. So number 1, I think about how can I let them know how I can serve them in the very first message that I send them. So my very first message to you is going to be, hello, Marina Simone here. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Listen, I love to connect with my followers and figure out what it is you're following me for. Are you in network marketing and you're just looking for network marketing training? Let me know how I can serve you. I'm clear in that message. This is what I do. This is who I help. And is that you?
Wow, seems like, you know, it really is working out well because you have 8 comments on that and 92 likes. Listen, we all got to start somewhere, but like, they're claiming that you're like a social media guru and the numbers just ain't showing that. Do people fall for this? Like, if y'all see someone with like a lot of followers, you check their comments and likes ratio and especially because those can be purchased too, but Reels views can't really, I mean, I guess you could purchase that, but like not, I don't know if you can. I would assume with like the ever-changing landscape of, you know, scammy shit that you can. That's like the telltale sign. So please let me know below in the comments. Is that like, do y'all look for that? Just like out of curiosity? Because like, who's falling for this? It has to be people who don't know how social media works.
And your posture on social media. Is that okay? And what's up? I see you virtual people. I see you, Stephanie. I see Sunny, Eva. I'm blind, so I'm trying. Crystal. Woo! I see you people. Now I want to know in the chat box and from you guys, from 1 to 10, with your posture on social media, where are you at? 10 being like, I got this. 1 being like, Where are you at? Drop it in the chat. Oh, I love you too. Oh, okay. Some of you should be on the stage teaching then. 8, 1, 5, 3, 6.
Y'all should be on the stage teaching, because she's at like a 4.
Well, I want you guys to know that when I first got started, I had to borrow confidence. I had no network. I had no influence. I was literally the girl that was broken. Broken past, broken present, and my future was looking even more worse. How the heck did a girl who was molested by her father for 10 years, ended up in domestic violence situations with partner after partner, a woman who ended up in jail because her fiance, who was a leader of a gang, murdered 2 people in front of her, someone who literally should just be that statistic with that bottle still in her mouth or in jail or dead.
Hey, I have a question. Eric said that we were just going to focus on like tactical stuff, not trauma and not emotional stuff. So can you stop? For the love of God, please. I mean this with my heart and soul. We don't need to hear about how you were molested or how your ex-boyfriend murdered people in front of you and how you were possibly an accessory to homicide. We don't need to hear that, girl. Marina, you're here to talk about social media, not trauma dump. I got goose pimples. Y'all can't see them. Oh my Lord.
Someone who literally should just be that statistic with that bottle still in her mouth or in jail or dead, end up on this stage. I borrowed confidence. I borrowed confidence. And so I want you to understand.
So basically she's saying, I faked it till I made it, but you didn't make it. You're still faking it with your fake followers, allegedly. And then the slide says, why should you listen to me? They shouldn't. Easy. Pop quiz. Why should they listen to you? Trick question. They shouldn't. They absolutely should not. Clearly, you don't know what you're doing on social media because your stuff's not growing. You're not getting the engagement. Your content's not good. So why would they listen to you?
That when Marina Worry was telling my story about being chained to a cubicle, that was my next step to get away from the gang, to get away from the no influence, to start building a better life. So I went from one jail, just like Joanna said, and I chained myself to another one. This is what I would walk into work in 2013 too. I had a 1-year-old, missed her take her first steps. I'm like, this is what I gave up the illegal money for the legit money, and this is it?
Yeah, girl, guess what? Your kid probably had health insurance because of that job. Also, clean up your desk. I cannot stand it when they're like, I want better for my kids. And it's like, how about stable and like sustainable? How about you give them that? Because that's what they'll remember. But then also like that, I missed my kid's first steps. A lot of people do. They're going to walk again. It's okay. It's not about the first ones, it's about the first ones you see, the first ones you get to experience with them. It's all right. It's okay. You're going to miss firsts, but it's the fact that you are there and it's going to be fine.
It was horrible. I felt like a failure as a mother, missing things, like really could barely keep the lights on. Peanut butter and jelly was like our go-to. But something crazy happened. People like you that are now in this audience, people like you that are on the virtual audience.
Top 10 business coaches to look out for in 2021. She absolutely paid to be on that. Look at her social media. Why in the hell would Yahoo legitimately feature her? Someone most likely paid for that. I mean, you can find all these websites, all these, crappy articles. There, when you read them, you'll like notice that there's like something off about them for sure. There's ones about Jessie Lee Ward. There's ones about iGenius people. There's like Forbes websites, Yahoo websites. I mean, I've been on a Yahoo website. I did not pay for it. Mine actually looks better. Yeah, I was featured, but it was actually like all about network marketing being a scam, and like they interviewed me. Not like this. Not like this.
I borrowed from each of you. So Sarah, I borrow on your confidence right now. Like, I borrowed that. And so I want you to know that I don't care what your past is or how bad you think it is. I hid my story. I actually changed my last name. So when people Googled me, it wouldn't come up double homicide murder with my name next to it. I didn't do it. I was just the girlfriend that was there. I was mortified to share that story. Who would follow me? Who would want to make money with me?
Yikes. Again, this is the trauma dumping of like, oh, well, I came from nothing. I came from a horrendous past, which from what she's saying, it sounds like it was. I made not great decisions. So you can too. You ever want to know the types of people that these MLMers like specifically are trying to go after and trying to appeal to? Look at their sob story and like what they're sharing, and those are the people that they're targeting, and that's so messed up.
I was the girl that was dancing on bars, drinking out of bottles. My social media were full of those kinds of people.
Other than the murder part, girl, sounds like you were a good time. Nothing wrong with that.
That knew those things about me. So when I tell you I had to build on social media from scratch, borrow confidence and build a posture, I did. And if I can do it, you can too, okay? So here's what I want you to know. I'm gonna throw some stuff at you really fast because I want you to take a nugget away from this, and I want you to pay attention to the nugget that sticks out the most to you.
All right, let's read this over and then we can get past her because I don't care anymore. Here's what you'll learn today, other than the fact that you were an accessory to murder. Cool. How to start conversations so that you don't have to send 30 random hey girl messages every day to get someone's attention. How to avoid feeling crappy when you get ignored on Facebook and Instagram so you can finally have conversations that feel good to have, that lead to recruits. So how to regulate your own emotions. How to brainwash yourself even after you are rejected 1 billion times a day. Got it? Cool. The exact 3 stages you need to master in order to prospect with posture and recruit like a boss. Who put this together? Why am I surprised? I've already seen her Instagram. Trauma dumping does not equal vulnerable and real. So then it says, why this is so important right now. Most lead generating strategies from our companies are dead wrong marketing. Nothing like on the company you work for, right? If you are like me, you've already noticed curiosity posts don't attract the same way they used to. Yeah, because of people like me, girl. You mean lying to people and deceiving them doesn't work anymore like it used to? Oh my God. Another top reason this is important because you have the opportunity to stand out to your audience when everyone else in your company looks like a spammy ad. Girl, I saw your Instagram. It all looks like a spammy ad. And then it says, get recruits with actual posture and confidence. Why you keep saying posture? Like, some of us just can't stand up straight because 1, we got big boobies, and 2, we just have bad posture, okay? So you can sell more and recruit more. Test and tweak. Have the biggest list of leads you've ever had and excited to connect with. But where do you get that though? Posture the skill set. Learn a skill to improve your confidence in your network marketing business. A lack of confidence comes from a lack of skills. Does it? You can be skillful and like still be like insecure. You can be good at something and still be like insecure about it. Stage 1, mess up the skill. Here's where everyone gets it wrong. They think they have to get the skill right, but I am giving you permission to mess up. The more you mess up and keep doing it until you get it right, the stronger your sense of confidence will be. Yeah, I mean, or you'll just be like completely broken and worn down. The 3-3-3 method. Starting conversations with strangers should never start with a, hey girl, I know you don't know me, but I saw you were doing X and thought blah, blah, blah. These are messages that will always end up in the other box. You mean the held for review or like the general box or the request box? Did you know that there are bots on social media looking for spam words so that they can throw you in the spam box and junk folders? Yeah, thank God. Here's how to avoid this by using the 3-3-3 method. I cannot wait for you to tell me what what this method is. This is like her key to success. Can't wait. Use the 333 message and ask leading questions. Heart 3 posts. So like 3 of their posts. Comment on 3 of their posts. Reply to 3 stories with a compliment. Perfect. Love bomb them. Love bomb them. Love bomb them. How to use it. Use it to follow up. Use it to re-engage. Use it to get attention. Use it to re-engage with ghosted prospects. How sleazy is this? How often do y'all get blocked? Not y'all, like these people. A lot, I assume. Wow, what a social media boss, guru, entrepreneur. Like posts, comment on them, and DM people. Would have thought. That is so revolutionary. The 333. Oh my gosh. An icon, a genius. We don't deserve her. I can't believe this was free. Like, people pay for this.
At least 5 years. And she's here to be able to support all of us, and especially me, for this afternoon and beyond. Please welcome to the stage, Danita Sajus.
So is this going to be another person that's going to tell us about how they were like skinned alive as a child and then how network marketing saved them? Because I don't think I can handle much more of that.
In awe. You guys look fabulous. Thank you for having me, Marina and Eric. Wow, thank you. I know it takes a tribe to put on this event, so thank you from the bottom of my heart for trusting me with your community around the world. So before we get started, I want to see where you guys are from online. What country are you calling in from? I know it's a global event. We have some breakout rooms that are USA, I see, Canada. Welcome, Danita. Spain, Canada, Sweden, Utah, California, Ghana.
I hate this. I hate it so much.
Purpose-driven entrepreneur, teaching others how to go to the next level with the same structures that served her well. So without further ado, please welcome to the big stage, Priscilla Ichave.
I'm confused. She talked for like 5 seconds, then introduces someone else. How come she didn't get a bunch of time like everyone else did? She didn't get to tell me about how she was born at a very young age and couldn't walk for the first years of her life and couldn't speak. I didn't get to hear her sob story. I want my money back. Oh, I just skip forward and we got baby pictures. You know we're about to hear about some trauma. I can't wait.
When I think about my childhood, 2 things come up. Lack of security and uncertainty.
Girl, you've been on stage for less than a minute. You've been talking for less than 30 seconds. You're already about to cry, showing us baby pictures and talking about how your childhood was not safe, not secure, and it was uncertain. Give me more.
I remember looking in the mirror as a little girl thinking, I cannot wait to make enough money to never rely on anyone again. And I was in this constant cycle of lack of security and uncertainty. I ran away at 15 years old.
Meanwhile, at that age, I was thinking, if I swallow this Polly Pocket, will I poop it out? The answer is yes, for those of you wondering.
From abuse, emotionally, physically. And it's just too much to share right now, but it was hard, and it was rough, and it was tough. Can anybody else relate with me? Yes?
Does anyone else have a bunch of trauma they want to talk about and monetize? Yes, but not when you are using it to manipulate other people and trauma dump and like monetize it in that way. Monetizing it in order to take advantage of other people for your own financial gain. Let me say that. Because if you like write a book or something, that's different. Like that's a little bit different, right? And it's clearly different than what people on MLMs are doing. Didn't Jessie Lee Ward say that she's writing a book? Is that going to come out still? Because I will start the world's biggest and best book club so that we all can watch that.
You know, us women, we have a need for security. We have a need for safety, right? So when I was 31 years old.
I mean, I think that's like everybody, but okay.
31 years old, Colton, my husband now, slid into my DM on Instagram. And at the time, I was working at an auto auction. I was in the car business. And I was driving 150 miles a day, working 10-hour days, 6 days a week. And I was baking fresh baked cookies every single morning, writing handwritten cards to get business from people. I worked so hard. I was at this job for 5 years. And I'll never forget the day. My boss pulls me into his office, and he says, the general manager, Dave, he says, Priscilla, you're making more money than me. We're gonna give you a 50% pay cut. It's like, ooh, another punch in the face from life. Anybody else? Yes, you feel that? So, like, oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna get pulled into this office and maybe get a bonus, or
if you're that good at sales and like hustling that hard, which clearly she was, I know it's easier said than done, but like leverage that. Go get another sales job. Don't join an MLM. Maybe she thought she was getting another sales job. That's probably what happened. Is she thought she was getting another sales job and then she got into MLMs.
Or a pat on the back, and it was a 50% pay cut. So at that time, Colton invited me to a company event. Timing is everything. He invited me to a company event, and I saw a couple walk the stage and receive a bonus check for $75 years old.
So your boyfriend recruited you into the MLM? Oh, that's so sad.
I was like, wow. I leaned over to Colton. I'm like, babe, how long have they been doing this business for? Leans back over to me. As long as you've been with your job, 5 years. I'm like, oh, ouch. Lack of security in my job, complete uncertainty. So,
how is that the main point you're trying to make when the most unstable, arguably the most unstable industry in itself is sales, which is what network marketing is. Network marketing is not stable. You don't have security at all. Money can make you feel secure and stable, and less than 0.1% of people can get that from network marketing. But
so next he invites me to GoPro. And I declined last minute because I thought it would be more valuable to stay home than to be at the event. Little did I know.
I mean, it sounded like you needed to look for a new job, but what do I know? That would have been a more valuable use of your time, is looking for a new sales job instead of going to a pyramid scheme event just to hear people talk at you about good feelings and good vibes and how you can make money and dump all their trauma on you.
The next event, he invites me to the most powerful women in network marketing. And I went because I felt so bad that I didn't go to GoPro with him. And this event changed my entire life. This was in 2017. And I just remember watching all of these women on stage and feeling so empowered and so inspired. I had never heard of network marketing before. I'd never read a business book ever. And I left thinking, I am gonna blow this up and I'm gonna quit my job. So I go home and I call my best friend, my cousin, my best friend. And I'm like, this is what we're doing. These are the dreams. These are the goals. So fired up from the event. She wasn't there, obviously. And she's like, you are crazy. What happened to you? Who is this? Where's my cousin? And long story short, she actually disowned me because I chose to do network marketing. My best friend. Her husband didn't even let her be in my wedding as my maid of honor. So I remember thinking and praying, my best friend isn't supporting me, but I know that this is my calling. I felt it inside that this would...
You should have listened to that red flag, girl. You should have listened to that red flag. I mean, you basically joined a cult, so yeah, I don't blame them for not wanting to be with you. But again, what other types of industries or jobs that someone would get? Like, in what other scenario, what other situation would a job cause like your best friend to be like, absolutely not, I'm never speaking to you again? Or like for them to cut you off? I don't know any other industry, any other job other than like a cult, which is what this is.
This was my purpose. So I remember thinking, nobody's opinions are ever going to pay my bills. I'm going all into this. We actually stopped talking. So here we are, the most powerful women in network marketing, 2017, Denny Robinson and the Zaluckys and so many other incredible people that I've been learning from since back then. Marina Worry, Eric, I love you guys so much. So once again, with this whole thing with my cousin, feeling the lack of security and uncertainty. So the only reason that I am on this stage right now is because I am going to teach you how to recruit, and I'm going to teach you how I recruited, and I'm going to teach you how. So our products are about $5,000 to $11,000. So if this works for us, I promise you this is going to work for you.
So it sounds like they're in Kangen. So that's really unfortunate because that's like super culty cult.
So when I first came to my event,
how basic information is she about to go over? What is happening?
It's our job to see if the prospects are open and interested. We need to educate our leaders.
Is this how you recruit? Because this is awful. Oh, please don't tell me she's going to go over warm market and cold market.
Your warm market is your family, your friends.
I swear to God, if the next slide says cold market, I'm leaving. Warm market. Mom, I'm so excited to share something new with you. Would you be open to hearing a little bit about it? I need practice sharing more. Wow, sounds super great. Hi, Marina. I appreciate you watching my stories or liking my stories or liking my post. Would you be open to learning a little bit more? If not, no worries. Either way, I appreciate you supporting my page. This is awful. This is horrible. Cold market, people you don't know yet, 50-50 in person and online. Wellness gyms, chiropractic care, estheticians, raw juice bars, vegan bars, BNI. What is BNI? Toastmasters, masterminds outside of network marketing. Is that why #BossLee goes to all those things? Hi, blank. I know we don't know each other, but I see that you live in Dallas, Texas, and we're looking to expand our business there. Would you be open to taking a look? You know what's so funny is that the last person just said not to do that. So which is it? Which is a better way to recruit? Do the organizers of this event like not approve what the people are going to say? Because I really don't think that they do. And that's unfortunate because it makes this entire thing look really bad. Oh my God, Colton and Priscilla, that's who this is. They are in Kangen. And apparently they're like super Jesus-y people. Nothing wrong with Jesus. I love him. However, they allegedly like really push faith manipulation. Remember that one girl that she had her phone like down, like was literally filming like this, and all we could see was like up her nostrils? I didn't say her nostrils were big. I said that's all we can see up there. And then she messaged me and was like, how dare you make fun of that? And it's like, I literally didn't say anything bad about your nostrils. I was just saying, like, fix your camera angle. Like, that's not ideal, girlfriend. I'm not trying to see your brain. But her sisters came at me and were just complete losers. Obviously, that's what happens. She sent me like all these voice notes and like wanted to share her story with me. Remember that? That was hilarious. She's delusional.
P and little Preston, they're back home. And I will say this. If you're going through hard times right now, everything can turn around for you. My parents, they got married when I was 3 years old. My dad raised me.
More trauma. I cannot wait. Tell me more about your awful upbringing.
My dad raised me, and we have the most amazing relationship now. They're at home with my children, so all the grandparents, you are angels sent from heaven. And that relationship with my cousin is completely repaired. And I got to walk into my boss's office and kind of fire him and leave that job after 10 months of being in this profession.
You didn't fire your boss. It's called quitting. You weasel. I got to basically fire him. No, you quit. He still has a job. He's probably happy you're gone after trying to recruit everyone there, I bet.
And I will say this, out of all of the lack of security, uncertainty, all the voids that I thought that money could fill and hard work can fill, nothing filled that void except for the Lord and except for God. So thank you so much.
The 3 Christians clapping. Woohoo! Jesus. Again, no offense, Jesus. Love him. That's my dude. But like, I don't want to be like, keep that shit to yourself. But using it to like sell stuff is ugh. Gross. Gross. No one needs to hear that. No one cares about that. Yikes.
I love you all, and I hope you got some value out of this.
I hope you got some value out of this. No, they didn't, because that was the worst. How do you have such a giant downline? This is embarrassing. Okay, who next is talking?
I am blown away that I speak on stages like this to incredible people like you, sharing my story and message.
Honey, you ain't speaking on a stage. You're in the corner of an echoey room. Is there any furniture in that room? Are there carpets? I don't think so.
And message and impacting lives.
Why are you so sweaty?
You bring her to the front screen. She's not in the
When you
main.
look at me online, you would see 2-time international best-selling author, transformational coach. But let me tell you.
Oh, this is awful. This is so bad. No audio support. You're a 2-time best-selling author. Doubt it. Have no idea who you are. And a something coach. And you don't have any audio support for this? You don't have a lapel mic? You got a lapel, there's no mic. So embarrassing. Like, these people, I cannot. Also, your lighting sucks. And your video quality sucks too. But you're so great and so important. And like so good at your job.
What I am most grateful for is when I hear my clients, my students, people on the other side of the world saying, Narissa, thank you. Thank you for inspiring me to show up just as me. Thank you for inspiring me to know that I have a story that I can share and impact lives. Because my story, you see, my life was so far from this reality.
What is this self-tape that this person is doing right now? Is this an audition for a Lifetime movie? This cannot be real. We saved the best for last.
You see, I grew up in India back in the 1980s. And back then, my differences were not.
I was about to say, how old are you? I was born in 91. Like, Chelsea, calm down. Keep forgetting that I'm 32. Am I? Yes, I am 32 because Tony turns 33 on Monday.
Differences were not celebrated. Every opportunity I was berated. Don't walk like that, don't stand like that, don't speak like that, don't even show up like that.
The range, the baby. This is fabulous. This is so good. No notes. No notes.
What about me is so wrong? Why do I have to be like everyone else? Am I not enough just as me?
It's giving Freddie Prinze Jr. and She's All That, the hacky sack scene. Don't let it drop.
Can't let it drop. Never let it drop.
There were no answers. I simply didn't belong. And looking back now, I can tell that those words, they cut me. They cut me deep like a knife. Maybe you've had kind of a similar experience in your life. Maybe you felt like you didn't belong, like your story, your voice didn't matter. For me, as every bit of my identity was dissected and stripped away, it cost me in more ways than I could pay. It cost me every ounce of my confidence.
This is so sad. Like, the story that they're saying, like, that's awful. Sure. Listen, I might be bi, but this is too gay for me. Like, what? Mary, what are you doing? Like, the theatrics. Oh my God. Someone call Trixie and Katya. They gotta react to this.
Every bit of self-worth and self-belief. Being seen or heard.
If she starts singing, I might love it.
Actually a relief. So I turned off the light in my room, and then I turned down the light in me. I no longer wanted to exist. I don't think I wanted to die, but I know I wanted the pain to stop.
There's no one commenting. These people might be brainwashed, but I feel like we're all on the same page. What am I watching? How is this person one of the most successful people in MLMs or most successful people in network marketing? I mean, we already know that like the bar is not too high.
I needed to know that there was some way that I could be me in this world that was telling me not to be. You see that journey from where I was to where I needed to be? It did not happen instantly. No, it was a long process, a journey of self-discovery where I had to jump into personal development on the daily, where I had to immerse myself into communities like this with people like you so that I too could learn and grow. And then I discovered, you know what? I too have got it in me.
She wrote this down. She practiced this in the mirror. She did. She gave this a few run-throughs.
And when I was able to unlock that and then master my story, when I was able to share that story, that is when I realized that I am not defined by my age, gender, sexuality, ethnicity, or ability. I am who I am meant to be. In all my realness, rawness, and brokenness, called to serve humanity, called to play a bigger game. Because no matter our differences, at our core,
how come people in network marketing have like this this savior complex? I help people, sure. But like, I'm just trying to, live life, enjoy life, make this baby, walk my dog, like hang out with my husband. I'm not going around all day and being like, I save people, I help people, I'm meant to do more and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you could just live life. You could just be out here living life and calming down, please. Just calm down.
We're the same. A heart that beats, a soul that seeks, a voice that speaks. So I ask you today, are you willing? Are you ready to step out of all that society has told you to be? Are you ready to embrace your story and step into that world of possibility? I invite you to jump, to leap, to
on that day,
slide.
you may not even want
the barrier so you can aim high. Because when you and me can unlock who we were meant to be, when you and me can master that story, that is when we unlock that possibility. So I ask you today, are you ready? Are you willing to show up as you? Are you ready to wake up, to speak up, to level up, and to share your story? I am Narissa Trinidad, your speaker advocate coach, and I know that you have got it in you.
I'm Narissa Trinidad, your speaker, your advocate coach, and I know that you have it in you. I'm going to need you to not believe that. And I'm going to need you to wipe down your forehead and go take a nap because good God, I need a break after filming this one. All right, kids, those were some of the most powerful women in network marketing. Part 1 of day 1. Girl, this is a series. We're going to keep going. Not today. It'll be another video because I don't want Ethan to unalive himself. So if you had to sit through that, would you be hyped up or would you be exhausted? Because my back hurts. I am exhausted, like emotionally and like mentally drained from hearing all of that. And I understand, like I'm not their target demographic. I completely understand that. I'm desensitized to all their BS and it doesn't get to me. The average Joes, the people that they would try to recruit, maybe y'all, I don't know. Y'all aren't average. You are extraordinary. Are you exhausted too? Especially after that last one. Like, was I watching someone self-tape? Was that their audition for Glee? I'm spooked. I'm scared and spooked. I don't know about y'all. Anyways, so this is part 1. We'll have 47 parts of this because I didn't realize how long all of them were. But I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a great rest of your day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. If you got to the end of the video, bless your heart. I love that for you. Leave a nail painting emoji. The little nails in the comment section. Or is there one that goes like this? Probably not. Anyways, so there's that. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Subscribe. Make sure that you go wash your butt and touch grass. Don't take anything too seriously. If you're getting offended about something, go take a nap or like eat an ice cream sandwich or something. Like, subscribe, and comment. You are super valuable. Stay spicy. Your feelings are valid. You are amazing. You look beautiful. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.